Liam Neeson, I love you, you're an amazing actor, but for the love of God, stop acting in these awful action movies. Don't be another Bruce Willis. Please, you're better than him. Let's get to the review. Welcome back, film fans. This is Brad from Let's Be Real Brad, and today on the channel, I want to talk about the brand new action movie called Blacklight. Blacklight is co-written and directed by Mark Williams, and it stars Liam Neeson in the title role. This film is about a government operative coming to terms with his shadowy past. When he discovers a plot targeting US citizens, he finds himself in the crosshairs of the FBI director he once helped protect. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wasn't planning to watch this movie at all. And the only reason why I went out of my way to watch this movie is because it currently has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes right now at the recording of this video, and I just could not believe that a movie like this could be that bad. So I had to see it for myself. Is it as bad as a 6% rating? And to my surprise, it's not as bad, but is it still bad? Oh yes it is. Blacklight is one of the most bland, boring, and uninteresting action movies I have seen in quite some time. That it made this movie so boring that the stupid kids in my theater that were talking throughout the whole film actually left 40 minutes in so I could enjoy this movie by myself for the rest of it, and I don't even know if that was a good thing or not. So let's just get right to the negatives first, because I have a whole lot with this one, and I have to start with the action sequences because the action sequences are so damn boring. All the action in this movie is so slow, boring, uninteresting. The direction in these scenes just feels lifeless, and I felt like all the action scenes are poorly choreographed. As you can tell, Liam Neeson is barely doing any of the action scenes, and it is more apparent when I watched Taken for the first time after watching this movie because it was so bad, and realizing what good action there can be out there in a good action movie. You don't feel any stakes for any of the characters at any moment in the film, and that's where this movie should have been good. And all the action just feels so low budget and feeling like it's trying to cut corners because they didn't have enough money to film these scenes. And I get it, it's a small indie movie, but like, this movie has a $43 million budget, and Taken has like a $28 million budget. If you inflate it today, it's like 32 million. So like, there's no excuse for how bad the action is. The next thing I hated about this movie has got to be the screenplay, because I hated every single character, every story arc, every element of the story just felt unnecessary for this movie to work. This movie tries to be a mystery like Taken, where you have a character that has mysterious backstory to him that you find out more as you go along in the movie, but they don't reveal anything. All the other characters in this movie have this mystery backstory that you don't know either. So what's the point of having a mysterious backstory if you're not even gonna get to it at the later end of the movie? This movie features one of the worst stories I have ever seen in an action movie because it is so uninteresting. Like, I didn't even know what was going on the entire time watching it, because this movie's trying to be discreet and cool and mysterious, but I don't even know what's going on. The action comes to a screeching halt by the end of the third act. You're just wanting to walk out of the theater. You don't care about the little epilogue at the end of the movie. But one of the worst aspects of this movie has to be the direction, because my God, it is so awful. All the shots in this movie are atrocious. There are so many shots in this movie that are out of focus, and they're just not framed in a very cinematic way, especially when the cinematography of this movie is so bad. It has the worst color palette possible. The editing in this movie is also atrocious, as they try to copy Taken with this very over-the-top, highly stylized editing that could be really annoying in that movie at times, but this movie just doesn't understand what made Taken cool in that way, and they just take it way too far. I laughed out loud so many times during this movie because there are just random shots of things that happen with each cut, and they zoom in back and forth, and it's just so damn hilarious. Like, that should happen in a very serious action movie like this, starring Liam Neeson. Surprisingly, I have like two positives with this movie, and the first positive is Liam Neeson, because Liam Neeson is a badass badass. He's the only reason why I wanted to go see this movie in the first place, and Liam Neeson is somewhat trying.
Are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
I mean, he's doing better than what Bruce Willis would do in a VOD movie like this. Overall, guys, Blacklight is one of the most boring, bland, and awful action movies I have seen this year that just feels like a straight to VOD type of movie that I cannot believe made it into the movie theaters. But with that $43 million budget, there's no way that this movie is going to make its money back, because this is a bad movie that I would avoid at all costs, even if you are a big Liam Neeson fan. I am giving Blacklight a 3 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. As I want to know below in the comment section, what are some of your favorite underappreciated action films of the past decade? I would love to hear about it. But before you guys check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.